Well, in fact, the men's eights just one race away. First, we've got the final of the women's eights, in which the Soviet Union are represented in lane number 2. First, though, France didn't figure in the 1990 final, and they're in lane 1. French have been in lane 1 an awful lot throughout this regatta. The men certainly have showed up extremely well. Here are the Soviet crew. Just one member left from the crew that finished 6th in Tasmania last November. And then to their left will be the gold medalists from last year, Romania. Romania with 5 of their successful crew still in the boat. As we come across to them now, there they are in lane number 3.
And the pair and the 4 who rode earlier yesterday, they are in this 8 as well, so they're doubling up and going for a second chance.
Nonetheless, with every chance, the Romanians, they with the Canadians, who are in lane 4, qualified directly for the final. The Canadians and their women really flying the flag. 3 gold medals already. That one from Silken Lauman, a little bit special in the single sculls.
But also there are 2 girls here from the pair and the girls from the 4 who are also going for their 2nd gold medal.
Then Germany. Well, the German Democratic Republic got the bronze medal in Tasmania.
Romania ready.
And finally, just to their left, the United States, who were silver medalists last November. Just 2 of that crew surviving, the Cox and the 6th girl, Kelly Jones.
American crew off. Sharp but rather untidy blade work on their stroke side. Not all that well together, but a lot of power in the boat. As the boat's rolling around a bit, they're sitting very upright. Boat's rolling around. They haven't really got a good platform to drive off, but they're just getting into their rhythm now, settling down.
A little bit off the pace. In fact, they're just about last at the moment. But the crew that's made the first strike, Romania, Doey Robu, looking for that early advantage. And she's got perhaps a quarter of a length, a little bit less as we go through the first 250 metres.
Half this crew won the gold medal in this event last year, so they're used to being in front. There's Germany, boat rolling around as well.
Germans, Ute Wagner, world gold medalist in her own right, and Christa Hartzendorf sitting behind her, also a gold medalist. So the stern pair, very talented. And there's Charlotte Galto, the coxswain of the French 8, keeping a careful eye and counting out that plan.
They dropped back a bit. You just saw the wake of the following launch there, and they dropped back a bit.
Indeed they did. They're just about last now, the French. The first through in 1:33.31, the Romanians, and that was a useful 500. They're just ahead of the Soviet crew, and the Canadians not at all quick, 1:35.56, so over 2 seconds off the pace at the moment. But they tend to wind it up.
Well, the Canadians got a lot of success sitting in this boat already. 6 gold medals already won. The other 2 girls obviously very hungry for those medals as well. And I think we're going to see some tremendous rowing from this Canadian 8. They're rowing very well. They have tremendous reach forward, terrific connection with the water, and I would expect them to be in contention. A lot of talent in that boat. But the Russians at the moment have taken the lead from Romania. It's the Soviet crew that have moved into the lead. And that's a very powerful crew too, very powerful crew, particularly through the middle of the stroke.
In the Rotsey Regatta at Lucerne, it was the United States crew that took the honours ahead of Germany, with Canada in 3rd place. But, Romania weren't figuring at that particular time. But they look really tough, this group of very talented oarswomen.
Very experienced too. They've been around for a long time. They seem to have overcome the problems that they've had in training all year, and very well connected. All very rangy, tall athletes, very long forward.
In terms of the women's crews from Eastern Europe, it would seem that the Romanian women have actually worked things out better than the rest from Bulgaria and from Poland and Czechoslovakia.
Certainly, but it's at the moment the Soviet Union in the lead at halfway and opening up that lead. They've taken it over from Romania falling back, and it's Canada coming through now into second place. Canada's come through at the halfway mark. That's where they've made their move, and they are now just half a length down on the Soviet crew, and they've got Romania, who are sitting in third place. On the far side, United States just neck and neck with Romania.
Yeah, it's a very quick second 500 there by the Soviet crew, 1:37.11, exactly 1 second quicker than the Canadians, and over a second and a quarter up on the Americans. So a very definite move there by the Soviets in that second quarter.
Yes, well, I would expect that. The Soviets have got to put down the marker, but they've got that half length, but the Canadians are not being dropped. The Canadians, if anything, are moving up. The Canadians are moving up, but the Soviets still also, they've had 4 people rowing yesterday in the fours event. So all of these athletes have raced before. The Soviets holding on, looking very strong and powerful, but the Canadians are coming. The Canadians are coming with wonderful technique, very well connected. The Americans on the far side, sitting now in third place.
Well, remember, the Soviet women yet to score a gold medal. They've just seen their men collect the quad gold. They've been able to feel that, so they'll certainly be motivated. This is their last chance to take a gold medal back home. Coming to 1,500 metres, and they've got a clear advantage there. They were through in 1:38.59, and that's still quickest over the third 500 metres. But as you say, the Canadians now beginning to grind away at them now, and getting very near to being within half a length.
I would have thought that the Russians would open up a bit there and that they would have that in hand. That looks, with 400 metres to go, that looks clear for the Russians, but the Romanians are coming back again now on the United States. Can Canada move up now on the Russian crew? Can they make it 4 gold medals out of 6? The Soviet crew holding them off, but the Canadians are moving, and they come into the last quarter, the last 250 metres of this race. It's now a quarter of a length. It's a quarter of a length to the Soviet crew, and the Soviet crew are beginning to tie up. You can see they're beginning to lose their finishes on the stroke side. The finishes are coming out early. They're losing water, they're losing pace, and this is just where they need to be digging in deep.
And all the while, the Canadians there, who are in lane number 4, 3 from the left in your picture there, are really grinding away, and it's head-to-head between the Russians, who are there over on the right of your picture in lane 2, and there's nothing between these two crews. The Canadians just centimetre by centimetre getting their bow ahead of the Soviet crew, coming towards the finish now. The last 10 strokes towards the line now. Less than that, the Canadians are there. They've got the advantage, and I don't think the Soviets can pull it back. And gold medal number 4 to Canada. An outstanding performance, and the Russians denied in the last metres of the race, and the Romanians flying at the death to pip the Americans for the bronze medal, with Germany in 5th and France in 6th place. What an astonishing finish there by the Canadians, who just got better as the race went on.
Well, 2 gold medals all round there. What a superb performance by the Canadian team. They come out as top dogs. Wonderful finish there. Just a canvas ahead of the Soviet crew.
And look at the Romanians here. Really found their power late in the day, got their cohesion back, and look how close it was for that bronze medal. Just perhaps a metre and a half, and they take it, and the Americans just miss out on the podium. Low angle camera again.
You can see that terrific technique there of the Canadian crew, just staying solid all the way through the stroke. Oh, and time for a bit of water at the end as well.
Yeah, it's just a very good point here. They've been very good, the organisers, in these conditions, to get fresh water out to all the crews at the end of the race, and it's been much appreciated by them all. So what a happy Canadian women's squad. One's got to say they take the honours in the women's races here at the 1991 World Championships, and they collect their medals from the president of FISA, Denny Oswald. Lots of experience and lots of happiness. Just to run down the order: Kirsten Barnes, Brendan Taylor, Megan Delehanty, Jennifer Doey, Marnie MvBean, Kathleen Heddle, Jessie Monroe, Kelly Mahon, the stroke, and finally Leslie Thompson right on the end, the Cox of the crew. And a really good piece of stroke work there by Kelly Mahon. She knew exactly what she was doing right the way through this race, and they owe her a lot.
Very professional effort.